No.
Hustler. You don't need to ask the hustler where she is getting her money. I'm a big hustler. I work hard for my money.
Okay.
I work very hard for my money. So you don't have the right to ask me where I get my money. The only person that can ask me now and I'll answer is sister. Because sister is a hustler. She works for her money too. So we need to create ideas together. We need to exchange mindset, business mindset together. Not you. Because if I tell you now I'm wasting my time, you just want to monitor my money. How my money come and go. So
Okay.
don't stop me again.
Son of a gun, was y'all gonna tell me I was muted? I was muted and didn't nobody had told me nothing. Now I got to do this all over again because I'm assuming y'all didn't hear me because I was muted. All right, let me start again. The first person on my moonwalk was allegedly in Harmon. And then we had Louisiana Lady. How are you doing? And welcome. Next up, we have Trusting My Destiny, Karen S., Miss Boogie Down, and all of the people in the bushes in the clouds. Y'all just doing everybody dirty tonight or this morning. You know, I saw how y'all was doing native, right? And then now y'all let me sit up here on mute and don't nobody say nothing. All right, I see y'all. Hey, Rainbow and PW, Peppermint Patty, obsessed with the mess. How are y'all doing? We are going to I was going to finish the book of Tashima, but I don't feel like it. Which, by the way, I just want to let everybody know that multiple people in my comment section was telling me, in the comments under the video, that I did have the right Tashima. How are you doing, Beverly Chambers? The Tashima I have was right. And now I also went and found her on Instagram. Somebody had found her and, let me know. And I did have the right Tashima. I'm going to put some more pictures under members so y'all can see. And as it was told to me by several people in the comments, she types on her Instagram sort of like the text messages read. So, how are you doing, Kenya Need? How are you doing? And welcome. So, okay, y'all, we're going to get into some text messages provided to us by Bank Black Auntie No Kids. And if you are not subscribed to her, go on over there and get into what she's got going on over there. Now we are going to hear about the RICO. Now, well, Sonia's going to tell him multiple things. One of them being, about the bigamy and a couple of other things she's going to tell him. And as we are going to hear, she's wrong as usual. I like playing these messages because it just sounds so professional. AI is a wonderful thing. It is a wonderful thing. So, without further ado, we are going to get into those messages, and then I'm going to get y'all out of here because it is late. And I'm sorry for the delay, but sometimes you just got things going on and it takes you a minute. So let's get into this. Southside Chi-Town, how are you doing? Oh, come on now. Don't do me like you was doing other people today. I gotta take this back as well. Okay. Here we go.
Believe that. You're
All right, here we go.
Blindsided by the bigamy charge. Sonia gleefed Sonia on their plans to work together with the Bible lady for the interview that was going to set him free. Let's get started.
I don't have need to chase any money. It's already on the way with lawsuits, etc.
Wait a minute. Hey, let's talk about it all. How you doing? Hey, that girl in Jackson, Tabasco. Now, Jackson, Tabasco said, can AI help with my boobs? I need to sit higher without surgery. Child, you just get you one of them underwire bras, you'll be good to go. That's what I do. Now, this is what I want to do. I want to get into the shadiness of this picture right here that Bankhead chose in front of a fire station with an RV. Sonia peeking out this window here, and Nesto standing in front with a grin. If that is not shady, I don't know what is. Now let's get into this. I'm telling you, Jackson, Tabasco, an underwire bra will do you justice. I know. Hey, Leo lady. Trust in my destiny said for you, Jackson, Tabasco, to go to Google and ask them and find out. Hey, let's talk about it. Oh, you're talking to PW. Okay, here we go.
But I'll be getting my fire station, though. I will be able to tell my story, and people will flock from.
By the way, he thinks that he's going to sue everybody, so that's where all of the money is coming from. Yes, Jackson, Tabasco, she was wrong for these graphics. I hope she come in here tonight so I can tell her. I happen to be listening to it. I've heard it before, but I just put this stuff on and walk away and do stuff. And I happen to just be laying there on my bed looking. I was like, this is just wrong.
All over to sit and talk about it. I'm also getting the RV park for the old timers, and we'll own that land. Don't play with me. And if there was money, I'd be out there with you, not in here. Believe that. You're lucky I can't really talk how I want to, but you have a great night, lover. LOL.
Keep dreaming, baby. It's coming. I support it. Good night, my love.
Good morning, my love.
Good morning, handsome man. I have errands to run for you today. Divorce court, May 21st at 10 a.m. She filed for 1724.
Okay.
Bank statements ready. On my way to get them. Feel better. She stated separated since March 2022.
Ultimately, the loss belongs to her, not me. I'm quite sure her daughter put her up to it, but I'm not down, discouraged, or distraught. Sometimes or all the time, God will remove from our lives what is happening.
You mean to tell me her daughter had to put her up to it? Trust in my destiny said, is that the Scooby-Doo mystery machine? Beverly Chambers said, what a delusional fool. Southside Chi-Town said he's going to walk out of jail with what is that? A check. A check. Yes. Well, I know she couldn't wait. Her fingers was just going and just could not wait to tell him she filed for divorce. And he really thinks that this is her laws. He's the one who needs attorneys and things like that paid for, but it's Shirley's loss. I'm sure Shirley has gained a lot, and that includes her bank account, self-esteem, motivation, all of the things. All of the things. Hey, a lady 747. 1147 said Jackson Tabasco got to go to the moon. I know that's right. She said that's a Whataburger RV. Oh my gosh. Delicate Dell is here. I didn't. Oh, there you are, Delicate Dell. How are you doing? Here but sleepy. Well, if you fall asleep on us, you can hit that replay tomorrow or later.
Hazardous to us in order to move the things which are conducive in our lives.
Conducive.
Once I'm indicted, I will receive the discovery and be able to expose her daughter for her malicious intent towards trying to sabotage me. This is all good because now I have no ties there and can move on with my Odell my win life, which obviously I've already begun to do that.
You've got a RICO from when this child was in school, and you're gonna get the discovery so that you can use her lies against her. You know, all of the lies she told, all those lies that walked you right into a 39 count RICO. Okay, all right, Nestos.
With you. On the police report, they're saying we live together, but according to the separation date, we were separated during March 2022, which helps prove my case against what they are alleging. So make
Bingo.
sure you get this divorce filing on paper. It's all about my freedom right now.
Yes, I got 2020 and 2021 bank statements. She's trying to get 2019. Ugh. I'm going to Apple to try to pull your messages. It says in iCloud 305 messages.
You see anything going on in 2021, February 1st?
Yes. You bought coffee.
You know why they can't pull the 19 records up?
Wait a minute. This man literally thinks that her ripping and running all over Georgia, getting bank statements and stuff is really going to help his case. Louisiana lady said, your AI sounds too intelligent for Sonia and Nesto. I know, right?
Or why it's difficult? And did the dates and times match up that you discovered? Is any of it making sense to you at all? What time was coffee purchased and where?
It doesn't give time, just date and place and city. Sorry, I fell asleep. You could have called. I love you. How are you feeling?
I'm good. Just wait to get out of so we can move on with life. Here.
I know. The waiting game is crazy, but only to make you
Obsessed with the Mess says, who is typing this for him? This isn't his vocab or spelling. I really need answers. Honestly, I think AI must do it. I'm not sure. I don't quite understand why it doesn't help Tashima out. But because even when Bank tries to load Tashima in, AI be cussing Bank out for that. So I don't know, but I really think that he uses some sort of AI because he does not talk like this. How you doing, Miss Buckeye? Trust in My Destiny said Sheridan isn't mentioned in any of the charges, but she is to blame for his problems. Make it make sense. The only thing that she's mentioned in is it's mentioned that her name is on stuff, documents that they should not be on. And if y'all remember way back, there was a call where he tried to allude to the fact that Sheridan was getting mail at some residence because she was doing something funny with the Africans. You know, this is what he was trying to allude to. Trust in My Destiny said bank statements with nothing but insufficient fund fees and showing the accounts were closed. Yes. I mean, why? I don't even know. Why does he have Sonia? I mean, not that I have any pity for her, but why does he have her running all over Georgia getting bank statements and stuff? I mean, it's just completely ridiculous. Yeah, you're right, Southside Chi-Town. He's got to blame somebody. Trust him. Leo Lady, Trust in My Destiny said, yes, it looks like Scooby-Doo. Looks like the Mystery Machine. PW said, I don't need AI to work with enough to translate Tashima. Listen, Bank said AI was like really telling Bank off for that. AI told Bank, you wrong for this. You wrong. Hey, how you doing, Nesto? Shekel Shuffle Walk of Shame. Southside Chi-Town said his celly helps him so he can get the iPad quicker. They share. That's a thought. That's a thought. I told y'all he has somebody in there doing dictation for him. Y'all don't believe me. Allegedly in Harmon said, yes, I remember him talking about her scam and using other people's IDs and not him. Yes, trying to put something on somebody else besides himself, but yet doing the things that he and Erica were doing. Hey, Nola Brown.
The entire DA office is under investigation. I will see who to contact. The more inmates, the better. I'll text Doug about getting the lease and proof of payment from landlord. It starts there. Every lie counts.
You're right. I love you. Good morning, my love. Someone is coming to see me at 10 this morning. I don't know who it is. Do you?
Bible lady. Good morning, my love.
1. Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. 2. January issue of 2024 DuPont Registry. 3. March issue 4. May issue. These are the book titles for you to order and send in the name of EM. I see the divorce hit the internet already as Bible Lady attempted. Asked me about it, but I denied any knowledge of it. Also, she asked how I was holding up in the circumstances and if I was going to contest the divorce, trying to slide little things in the conversation. However, I mostly just allowed her to do the talking.
Good. I told her no conversation about the divorce or Shirley, just court hearing. Stay strong, my love. I found out through her. She sent me the documents.
So according to Sonia, she tells Bible Lady what she can and cannot talk about when she goes and visits Nesto. Trusting My Destiny says the entire office is under investigation. Lies. Okay, we know that. Hey, let's talk about it all. Said he forgot to tell her he wasn't paying. Not for a thing. Trusting My Destiny said DuPont magazine so he can fantasize. And so he can look at the pictures. That girl says Sonia wants those documents for her own self. Attempt to get Shirley's business. Yes, just like she wanted control of his Instagram so she can do what? Shut it down. But little doth she know, everybody already has everything they need from it. So what did she accomplish? Nothing. Trust in My Destiny says Roberto IS must be the alleged leak you mentioned. I don't know. I don't trust Bible Lady, but y'all, I still got my eye on Tashima. I still got my eye. Something ain't right with her. PW says, take a wild guess. Nesto, who's visiting, why are you going to change your outfit? Not a person. Allegedly in harm. Well, first of all, Beverly Chambers says the man is a natural born criminal. Yes, he is, and allegedly in harm and wants to know who is reading The Art of Seduction. Listen, he's not going to be able to understand that book. I read it because, I read things people talk about, and I read it, and he's not going to be able to understand and follow that book. Trust in My Destiny said, I noticed that she never mentioned any groundbreaking evidence in those bank statements or in his phone or IG. What she saw must have been incriminating. Well, remember, she said that the SA victim had reached out to him wanting to know where he was. That's what she said. So who knows? Louisiana lady said, if we could see her, we would watch her too. I don't know why Sonia took her channel down. I mean, she could have left it up there. This is what I'm saying. She has no business sense, because if she had any business savvy, she would have kept that up. Even though we don't particularly care for her, and even though we would just go over there to her live and insult her like we were doing when she had the lives up there and when she would go live, it would still bring her money and income. Therefore, it could go to him, but she doesn't. She has no business sense, none whatsoever.
You should be served in 5 days or less. She filed on 4/17.
Okay, do have to be in court for the hearing. Did you get about the books?
I'm getting the books today. I don't know if you will be there via Zoom or in person. I'll ask come see you. That's who she will serve. I know all of this is a lot. Really look back at your life as a whole, good and bad times. You know how you need to move going forward. Make rules for yourself and do not break them. I'm here forever.
Okay, baby. I'll be okay. What's going with the bank statements and iCloud messages?
I went to Apple. The one over here only do equipment repair. So I'm about to call the number given to get over the phone help. No call from bank. She's on it though.
Okay, thanks.
It's a no-go. I should have did this when you first got arrested. Time has
In case you didn't catch it, she's on it. Who is she? I think the Bible lady.
been the enemy of.
Damn.
I know. Love you. Chin up.
So what are you doing tonight? Did you get the books today so I can let old boy know when they are come? Thanks, my love.
Who am I sending to? Babysitting, missing you. Not too much.
I miss you too. Now you see it's just me and you. Life is crazy how shit is LOL.
We'll be okay.
I know. I love you forever.
I
Inappropriate
love you
laughter.
forever.
Good morning. How you feeling today, baby?
Just waking up. I'm okay, I think. I will order books Monday. How are you? I see you tomorrow at 4. Yay.
Thanks for coming to see me tomorrow. I'm excited to see you with confidence. I like to know when you're making the doctor's appointment, is it for your stomach or headlights? And is the stomach issue a lifelong one or
First of all, Nesto, I can answer that. That stomach issue is a lifelong issue. I don't know why you don't know that, because we all did. Hey, Miss HLS, always on Monday. That's right, always on Monday. Monday of February. Trusted My Destiny said she must have lost oxygen to her brain from the dog collar being too tight. She's slow. Mm-hmm. Slow. Jackson Tabasco said she doesn't know how to properly get records. Why go to the Apple store for that? I don't know, because every time I need something from Apple, all I do is I just simply type in on my screen and they tell me everything I need to know. That girl says Sonya didn't study before she came out swinging in these YouTube streets. No, she didn't. And Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says the Bible lady illegally notarized those documents. Yes, and if you listen closely in this call, you will hear the Bible lady has done a few little other things that I don't think she should be doing. And y'all, by the way, if you did not hit my doorbell on the way in, make sure you get it on the way out when you leave here tonight.
not? It seems like it's not getting better, but worse based on how you speak about it. I've already got it in my mind that I'll be going to trial this time next year. I let Bible lady know clearly that I'm not going down for something I didn't do. She told me how people are calling her bitches and hoes, shaking my head. I told her you got to have tough skin to win at this phase. This shit will break.
Now, y'all know we watched this, the visit, I don't know, a couple days ago. I know the thumbnail is pink and it says Bible lady tripping on it. Okay. Where, she talks about, people calling her bitches and hoes. And now, Nesto is mentioning it to Sonya. If there's anyone within the sound of my voice, as I requested the other day, if you or someone you know called Bible lady a bitch or a hoe, please enter it in the chat. There's no judgment here. We got your back. I just want to know. I want proof that this actually happened. Did somebody call her slow? Did somebody say she couldn't read? Did somebody call her silverback? Do they call her Manny Fresh, all of these things? Yes, but I've never heard bitch or hoe. So if you are within the sound of my voice and you did that, or someone who has, please let me know. We just want to know. That's it. Obsessed with the mess said Bible lady always wants to play victim all the time. I don't know what's going on with her her subpoena Google records, but it's still interesting. Miss HLS says fake Bible lady be lying. Trusted My Destiny said, I don't recall anyone calling her a whore. I don't either. But if there's anyone within the sound of my voice who does remember it or knows who did it, just let me know. We support you. We support you. We got your back. Nothing will happen. This is a safe space.
Your mental and deteriorate you physically. It's a couple white guys who were here for 3 years on trafficking meth 6 keys and faced up to 25 years and accepted a plea of 10-5. A victory. The cornerstone in their case was a suppression of evidence motion for an illegal search and seizure. They were co-defendants with a paid lawyer and public defender. The paid did all the work, but was able to get the PD on board and have both of the defendants offered the same deal. The prosecutor wasn't ready to challenge the motion in time, and they agreed on a resolution. The judges seem to be trying to move people's cases along in clear case log space. I asked Bible Lady why she keeps coming if people are saying I'm guilty, but she insists there are several aspects about my case that don't make sense and don't.
Bible Lady don't make sense. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Southside Chi-Town said Sly wants him to think she's suffering for him. Yes, she does. Allegedly, in Harmon said Bible Lady is going to jail with them allegedly because she is a B and or a H. I guess I didn't say it, but maybe she wants to be one. Maybe so. She you know what? She really wants someone to call her that. But I'm not going to call her that because she doesn't fall under that category to me. Illiterate, yeah. Some other things I can call her, yeah, but not those two things. That girl says no one called IS that, only Sonia. Leo said it. Leo Lady said IS called herself a B or a whore. She's the only one spreading that. That's the thing. She is the only one spreading that. And Kenya Need said, where'd that comment go? Let me see. Is it over here? Oh, Kenya, it's not over here. Why are you not? I don't understand that. Okay, Kenya, your comment disappeared on me. Jackson Tabasco said, was this during the time Sylvester summoned folks during a live and got rightfully put in her place? You know what? That's a good question because I was one of those folks she summons. And that is a very good question. I don't know. But the people that I don't think anybody that she named in that live called her that. I certainly didn't. Louisiana lady said IS could have told Nesto someone called her a hoe in case Nesto wants some. Oh, snap. Wait a minute, y'all. Okay. My internet was acting funny for a minute. I can't believe Kenya. Let me look. Her comment won't. Oh, she said, okay, here's what she said. She said, I said nobody called her a thought but herself. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Is this
Don't
going
appear to be true. I think it'd be best after the lease is up to do what you need to do, because at least something positive can be established while we wait for this all to subside. From the looks, I'll be 60 in here if I make it that far. I will keep it positive though, regardless. Keep fighting for more bond hearings. Even if they aren't successful, I have to continue. I know I have favor because I've had multiple bond hearings compared to many who've had only one. There is hope and I do have favor. I just have to hold on and stay composed, focusing on my innocence. I know people know I am, but don't want me to be because they don't like how I move while free. People will hate you for whatever you do, good and bad. The ones who don't like.
What is this movement he's always talking about? He's always saying people don't like how I move. If you own these multiple businesses like you say you owned and you work in those multiple businesses, what are you talking about? What do you mean people don't like the way you move? Move where? Move what?
Like you don't, because you have common sense. Regardless of religion and belief, it's what is inside a person that will carry them. Bible Lady says people say I'm catching hell due to karma, but I don't believe in karma because, like yourself, at a very young woman, how could you deserve to be shot several times?
Because you was hiding that man's drugs. Southside Chi-Town, I do not have natives gremlins. I don't have them, trust me. PW says she knows people were calling Sonya that, and so she tried to act like she was getting called that too. You are absolutely right. I never thought of it like that before. She just wants to be included. So because Sonya was being called that, she's putting herself down. You are absolutely right. Beverly Chambers said she would just launch a public pity party for herself and her followers. Absolutely. And Peppermint Patty, you're right. Looks like 60 plus. When's that man's birthday? It's in January. So yeah, he's coming up. Trust in my destiny said, scammer is how he moves. And I can imagine there are people who don't like that. Leo Lady said, IS wish someone would call her a thought. I know. Kenya Need says, because he moves sus. That's right, he does. Hey, Muffin 218. His birthday is January 9th. Jackson Tabasco said, I like how you did that, Legacy, because you are hiding someone's D. All right. Hey, Victor DeVille. Wouldn't y'all like to know?
By a man who was jealous of you. I just saw a 61-year-old black Uber driver shot and killed by 81-year-old white man, wrong place, wrong time. One more thing I want you to know clearly. I don't have to get out and chase money. I've already
Finally, he mentions a case and gets it right. That really did happen. And then coincidentally, it is on my channel.
had that. My life is already designed to have all that without a struggle. I will acquire the best attorney I can find who will understand my circumstance to represent me. This is why I'm not taking any plea, because I've done nothing wrong. You've dissected all my cases and you know it as well yourself. Thanks for the...
Yeah, I don't know what that story has to do with him. Miss Boogie Down says she just wanted to be down. No one looks at her that way. No, well, y'all know she had said, did y'all see that live where she was talking about she had been a phone sex operator? Now, I had heard that, I could probably do that too. But yeah, she said she used to be a phone sex operator, and I could believe it because she puts on that baby voice, and you know how that works out with some people. Obsessed with the Mess said he will acquire the best attorney. Failed. That girl said IS don't fit the description of a bitch or a hoe. But Sonya does. Yes, and she want to be down.
The books. Thanks for all you're doing. I love you and take care of yourself and the pretty body God bless you with.
I am going to go to doctor. I know my health affects you and my kids. I don't want to add to your issues. Is it time for another hearing? Hoping I get the final statements. I am staying in town until court is done.
Check to see, do I have another court date already? If so, what is it pertaining to? And you were correct about Roswell police. They are corrupt. For those two blue-eyed devils to get on stand and lie, etc. is some...
He must have had just seen Malcolm X to come up with that, them two blue-eyed devils, because this man doesn't have an original thought in Harmon. Who am I hiding? Wouldn't you like to know? Oh, see, Jackson Tabasco said, I got that 1-800 voice. Y'all just might, I just might start doing that. I want to do they pay good money. She also, she had also said they were telling her about being a foot model. So she was talking about modeling her feet. Now I'm going to tell y'all that is good money. I'm just saying. I'm not saying how I know. Leo Lady said, best tourney with what? Selling Sonya? Them pictures are not going to bring in that much money. Trust me. And Victor DeVille says she doesn't have a house. She'll stay in town until whomever she is living with kicks her out, which I think is her kids. So, I didn't.
Cold-blooded shit. Have I been indicted? Look online for me.
Okay, babe.
Good morning, love.
Good morning, lover.
I see you not coming today. That's what the V-Box say. I love you.
Since all of our
Why was he hollering?
visits are on YouTube, think of it as you going live. Say what you need to be heard. Being silent has not helped your situation, but helped the other side tell lies. They have used every conversation against you. Let people know what you need known, not speaking on your actual relationship with these ladies. My biggest complaint when I was dating online was no one looked like their pictures and they were too touchy on the first date. It got exhausting. I love you.
Okay. Are these ladies saying anything on YouTube about me? Who would you suggest I begin with? Talking to you or Bible lady? And I'd hope she would not take and twist the truth. That's the reason why I asked you how many followers she has. I want to know if you think it will make an impact on my behalf. And in
No.
your opinion, how deep should I go in divulging the truth about things? What exactly should the focal point be in reference to the allegations? I want you to be concise and clear in your response, because you must remember that once we speak on certain things, there is no recanting or taking back any statement made.
Nesto doesn't even know the word musical. The man says singical. So I'm supposed to believe he knows the word concise. And yes, trust in my destiny. This was the interview prep text message.
Just go against the lies told and court the type of person you are, that you are not a perv, how you treat children in your life, your relationship with people you deal with, your personality, own not being perfect. They heard your calls with Dre about you cheating. Remember Don?
No, Sonia, we heard your calls about him cheating. That's what we heard. The only thing we heard from Dre is about the leashes and collars and things and recorders. But no, we heard your conversation. Trust in My Destiny said that RICO is loading. That girl said, Hoover, you hear this? No, Hoover is somewhere buying a suit that fits. Obsessed with the Mess says that's why I'm so confused as to who's speaking for him. He can't say or spell the majority of the words in the text. Victor DeVille says she's seriously trying to fight his case based off of her box series set of Law and Order. Beverly Chambers says these two have a love for the ages.
Donald Trump is going through it with half the country hating him on lies. He shows up looking strong and unbothered. You are not alone with the bullshit. The visit is tomorrow at 2. I don't know why today didn't take. I must have missed a step. Sorry. And I'm up here.
Okay, I ever told him that and cheated with who?
Just generally cheated and was like, you do that. Plus one of the ex-wives stated it cheated on her. Not saying talk specifically about that. That's your business. The bloggers did.
I don't know. I don't recall. Does anybody recall an ex-wife saying that he cheated, even though it's very much so believable? I just don't remember hearing that. Obsessed with the Mess said, hell, he couldn't even spell connect or give a proper phone number. He didn't even have the right rhyme for a phone number. Who says phone numbers like he did? Peppermint Patty would like to know, how could you have 17 properties and not have a place to live in? Because she don't and has never had 17 properties. Now it's my understanding, I think, if I can remember correctly from the bankruptcy, that she might have had a property or two. But you remember, she had a property that she alleged that she owned, and the court made her live in it until she fixed the repairs. So that goes to show you the level of any property she may have owned. They are just so bad that she's being sentenced to live in them till she fixes them. Hey, Pecan Tan.
Piece on that call.
Tomorrow, I will break down when, where I bought the laptop, and who was with me when I did so. I will go in details about certain things that directly challenge and disprove the allegations against me in summary, one matter after the other.
Yes, the lies told. Also being in Kentucky, not Georgia, that it wasn't a crime, but the act happened in Kentucky. The landlord property matter lie.
My talking will be slowed down.
Now, Sonia, you've stressed this. This is not the first time you've said that. We've heard you say it in a call where you keep insisting was this is Kentucky. It's Kentucky. It's Kentucky. Well, Sonia, that's why RICOs were invented, because all of the dirt he did in Kentucky can be pulled right into the state of Georgia. PW says Banks said she doesn't transcribe their text exactly. Now they typed it, she cleans it up. Yeah, sometimes, especially, with Tashima, she has to, but um it's a way that she feeds it, and she explained it last night. I don't I know she does have to change some things so that it will go through, but I don't know how much of it, because he keeps using, the same word. Oh, maybe he did learn that word and now he can say it. PW says Sonia was a slumlord and she lost those properties a while back. Yeah. Because do y'all remember that call where she was talking about how she had to go and stay in one of the properties that was a mess? Leo lady said she was plotting to steal a house from one of her dad's girlfriend. That her dad's girlfriend, yeah, the lady that sells the vegetables. She was trying to do that, but that didn't work out. I don't. Yeah, none of. Well, from what I hear, Quentin's got the father's. Hey, sexy for life. Quentin's got the father's business sense, and apparently he is a good worker. Sexy for life. Tashima is another lady who has entered the picture. So if you can look on my channel, I did a video where it says the Book of Tashima, and I play the text messages that well, Tashima is kind of introduced in that. And you can also go over to Banks' channel, Black Auntie No Kids, and she has the text messages in the AI form that I'm playing right now. Hey, Justin's mom, how are you doing?
For people to better understand. The other side tries to turn everything around, but I will speak what's real and do my part in clearing my name of the foolishnesses. The rest is up to the public to decide what they think. Have you discovered how to extract the video from our visits before anyone else does it? It'll be beneficial for us to have the original in case media outlets attempt to modify and edit any of the content from the videos, etc. I need
In all of this time, we are in the year of 2024. And in all of this time, Sonia has not taken the time to explain to this man that these visits are obtained through a FOIA. And guess what? I can do a FOIA. Sylvia could do a FOIA. Leo Lady could do a FOIA. Everybody can do a FOIA and get the exact same visit. They don't just hand out a visit and it disappears. Two idiots. Trust in My Destiny said, one of the things that annoys me about this saga is him never asking her what happened to the money and property she claimed to have. That's what I'm saying. He's never once questioned her about a business. Well, she always says the partner lost the money. I mean, it's just always something about those businesses. So I guess that's why he doesn't ask anything about that. But, I don't know. Leo Lady says Sonia like Trump. They can't vote. Two, let's worry about.
to know how many followers you and Bible Lady have so I can know what moves to make. We should speak about the victims, Kid Sheridan, and my oldest daughter, the allegations, etc.
PW said he acts like the videos are sold at Blockbuster or something. I've always found this, and maybe it's just me in my opinion. I don't think it's good. Like, if you are accused of touching children and women, I think that you should defend it in court. Don't try to go on somebody's YouTube channel or on the news and try to say, "Oh, you're not a pervert. You would never do that." I don't know. It kind of makes me look at you. I think you should just save it for court.
everything, the victim's father and all that. Once a lie is told, it must continue, so we will clear all the lies up. Prepare Bible lady on what we're doing, our objective. No games, because it's my life and I need this executed correctly. So if she's going to start something here, she has to be willing to continue. I've asked Joe to retrieve the records, etc., to help vindicate me, but they haven't, so I must go ahead myself. Let him know I will be speaking live about all this injustice, including the unattainable bond in my possession as well. It's time to allow my voice to be heard. We will inform the world how you've been the only person helping to expose the truth and injustice.
It is not the judge's fault. It is not Fulton County's fault. It's not Cobb County's fault. It's not any of these people's fault that you cannot pay your over $1 million bond. That is your fault that you don't have the money or enough people with enough value to sign to get you out. It's not anyone's fault but your own.
Lastly, you need to screenshot the message from the person who asked, was I okay in my DM? Very important. We're exposing that too. So think of some particular questions that will help lead in the conversation and introduce the topics relevant to the objective. I need to all flow as natural as a conversation. Similarly, like a podcast, but just one design for an incarcerated inmate on a media platform. Nesto finally speaks out and confronts the lies should be the headline. Start promoting it tonight to get everyone in anticipation for the visit and the instatements to come. It's time. Looking at my bank statement, it'll show I was getting gas in Kentucky in 2021. The same day money was wired. We won't have time to discuss everything on one visit. It must be broken into parts. 1, 2, 3, etc. I need things to be thoroughly explained and clarified when needed. I want to realize the reaction of the people after each session, feedback and public response.
Nesto, we all laugh. You know why? Because if you didn't know, let me let you know that the very next day when he does this video, this interview with infamous Sylvia, the very next day after that, he was hit with a 39 count RICO. So, and of course, there was never a part 2 to the interview. So,
also, I had the paperwork from Wildcat in my book bag concerning the RV. I will also speak on Fields' coercion of all the so-called witnesses against me.
You can always call in and do it on live. Sylvia has 25,000 followers and growing. We can call in on her live. Let's clear the lies. She can get the visits and put them out. She gave me the transcripts from the last hearing. I forwarded a copy to Hannah to get to you last week. See if your boy wants to do the same with her. The more, the better. I'll ask his mom.
Good morning, my love.
Good morning, babe.
So I'll see you today, right?
Yes, at 2 p.m.
You looking damn good today, baby.
Oh, thank love. You too.
blah, blah, blah. Miss Boogie Down says, at Legacy, you hit on a key point that he missed and is the reason he is in a worse predicament. He kept trying his case in public instead of letting his attorney do their job. He didn't. He just kept talking and talking. And what I don't understand is that if she was texting Doug, letting Doug know all of this was going to go down, why didn't Doug intervene? I mean, something ain't right. And you know what? Do y'all think that is something going on between her and Doug? Because she calls his name an awful lot. Peppermint Patty says, hopefully this wakes Dion up and he goes straight. Yeah, well, we can hope. Vic to the Veil said Sonia is putting Dollar Tree batteries in the back once again. Trusted my destiny, said Erica New to STFU. And look where she is, home. Yeah, and look where she's always been, home. She shut up, she got out. See, this is the thing. The police arrested her. She talked. She went on about her business. You know, he gets arrested. He don't talk. What does he do? He asks for his lawyer, his attorney, Erica. and his wife's number. And that's all he asked for. And I just wondered, why didn't the man know his wife's number? Hey, Eve has many faces. How are you doing? Yes, Southside, Chi-Town. You see what I'm saying? Doug is awfully friendly with her.
Moving forward, the train is moving fast. I've been saying the same things for 22 months. I had to bring up the divorce on my own to confirm the police lie. We think you talking to his mom is a great idea. Bible lady is introduced to her by you. It will create a connection between us all that will expose what the prosecution is doing unjustly, especially since he and I have the same.
Did y'all see? I guess, I don't know if it was a visit or a live Sylvia did. I don't know. And I don't know if I showed it or if I told y'all that she says she, by coincidence, met one of Nesto's daughter by pure coincidence. I said she tracked her down and put an air tag on her car, but that's just me, allegedly. But did y'all just hear that? Where he says that Sonia introduced her to Sylvia. Did y'all hear that? Trust in My Destiny said it's funny how Doug/Joe is capping for them after seeing the text of them dragging him. Exactly. So somebody somewhere is lying. But yeah, that daughter thing, I just picked up on that. She coincidentally, like I said, I call AirTag, but now we know Sonia introduced them. Okay.
DA, and she's obviously using the same improper tactics towards an identical objective, which is to convict innocent men of crimes they did not commit. Bible lady and speaking with his mom will inevitably think of my situation because there are so many similarities, for one. And for two, it will help Bible lady to really see that I am innocent because the same things are happening to someone else. Also, if the world can see that he has been drugged for years on this situation, perhaps it will compel people on my end to step up and possibly support bonding me out once they realize I could potentially hear for years on this bullshit. People will have a tangible scenario that may motivate them to help you help me. So yes, introduce Bible lady and his mom and explain to her just how Bible lady's platform can help acquire the needed listeners who may want to get involved. When is the next live so I can be prepared? Because like I said before, I could die.
Nesto, I don't know if you don't know this, if no one has told you, but nobody likes Bible lady. Bible lady is talked about in all of the sectors of YouTube. She has allegedly stolen funds from R. Kelly's brother. Some other funds from something else has disappeared. She's been arrested multiple times in all of the court cases that she's involved in. So Nesto, this is not a popular lady. As a matter of fact, she was taken right out of the YSL trial and cuffed. Well, actually, she was cuffed in there in the trial. But Nesto, this is not a popular woman. So this is not who you should be hanging your hat on. No. And the people she has watching her platform are there for the YSL. We will see what happens if the YSL saga ever ends. But no.
Tomorrow and nobody would know the truth.
What?
Yeah, Leo Lady, I keep hearing that his daughter was in another was at the jail visiting another inmate and didn't even go see him. Bank, let me tell you, hey Bank, we was just talking about you. Well, not just at the beginning of my life, I was talking about you, and some others joined in, but I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me. But Bank, you was dead wrong for these graphics. Putting that firehouse, that Winnebago, and Sonya peeking out that window. That was wrong, Bank. That was wrong. And the funny part about all of it is I didn't notice it until tonight. I never noticed it before, but I noticed it tonight.
What is the dude's name so Sylvia can pull his case?
Thanks for today. I really needed to see. Didn't I miss you?
I mean, they really think that Sylvia is a Cape Crusader running around court freeing people. I mean, come on. I think those field trips, like I said, I call air tag on those too. Shirley just happened to be there. Shirley and Sheridan just happened to be at the beauty salon. And you know, Erica just happened to be home in the house that she went. You know, all of these happen to be's. I'm telling you, I call air tag. Allegedly.
You that much I love you.
I know. It felt good to see you. Tomorrow at 7, you're going to call me to go live. Write down the points you want to make so you cover everything from renting, the explanation of how they arrested you, to court hearing, bond, lies in relationships with your kids, and how you're not a perv. How you never met the girl before July 2019, wasn't in town, and would never force yourself on any woman. Your relationship with the dad and aunt. I love you more. Get more inmates there on lies. She can do it whenever you're ready. It could be today, tomorrow, whenever. The sooner the better, and aren't you due for another bond hearing? Hasn't it been in 90?
Can y'all really see Nesto walking around Cobb County interviewing inmates, trying to see how many of them are there on lies? Can you see it?
Days since one of your other cases? Get your bullet points together so that you talk about each case individually, as far as the relationship with the people and a claim tonight against you, so that you don't leave anything out. Also speak about the least of the fact.
Trust in, Bank, trust in my destiny would like to know, is the pool on the roof of the fire station as well as the breakfast in bed? Inquiring minds want to know.
That we believe it was profiled and your past record made you an easy mark. Get that haircut for next week visit. Do not look defeated. Look your best. Fight this with your head up. Show confidence in your innocence. Find more innocent inmates.
Robert is the name they have in the system for the other guy to pass on to Sylvia. They have his name and alias in the system to inquire about. As Sylvia released a session from our last visit so I can know the response and conclusion. Also check on any court dates for me if there are any. And what's the word on the bank records too. I will be calling 7 p.m. Make sure to inform Joe what I'm doing so there's no
Bank. We also had a question about Nesto, the way he sounds. Do you tweak it? Do you tweak the words in the AI so that it goes through to make him? Because I don't know, it was one word that he just kept using multiple times that we don't think he even knows because he can't even spell connect. So we were wondering about that.
surprises as I've been asking for his assistance. I do not wish to speak on 2019 until you've gathered all your information. Also, his date of birth is. Have you made the announcement on your channel I'd be speaking out live yet? Remember, I don't want to say too much, but just enough to get the point across. I want all the facts gathered before we do a full exposure on all matters. And after we've acquired the truth entirely, I will reveal how the DA is ignoring the truth we've been trying to present to her office.
Okay, Sylvia was to make the announcement last night. I'm checking the bank today.
Okay, baby, it's on.
Why the sad face? I love you. I sent something to Hannah via text. Is it time for another bond hearing? Do you want to discuss Erica? I feel you should, so they can't make her the fake victim. The property next door that she worked for you for 5 years, she says, make clear you never knew she had a criminal record. And
Okay, nobody ever said that. No one called her a victim. Nobody. She is a co-conspirator. And this is what we've always called her, a co-conspirator. Vic to the Bell said, Bank be giving these jokers some grace. Obsessed with the mess said he thought he was so important. Bank says, I think I'm going to do a behind the scenes for my members. A lot goes into this. Yes, I would be very interested in that.
multiple names. Don't discuss the case. But everything else, yes.
Okay. Are you sure this is going to work? Because I don't want any of this backfire on me. I will call you at 6:30 so I can occupy the phone. There's only one tablet active today. So many folks will be trying to use the phone.
You call 404. It can't hurt. You're not speaking on your defense, just what's been brought up in court, the lies. You don't want to sit for years while they lie. Think about it. I sat quietly for months while they spoke lies on me, and now it was too late when I finally spoke out 5 months
What
later.
lie?
People were believing the lies. Speak on your
Which
character,
lie? What
values, and the
lie?
lies told.
I hope all went well tonight. I was nervous initially because I didn't want anything to be used against me later, but I had to trust instincts. Also, I want people to know about our relationship from my mouth directly. In addition, I want your viewers to know that your facts are well put together and you've made it clear that you'll be down for me in the biggest way is supporting me forever. I do feel much lighter after speaking on things. I had to make it clear about my daughters and bring the truth into the web of lies being spun about me. Also, I wanted to clarify between the remarks Dion made concerning you and what is actual. I didn't like any of the mess being promoted. I enjoyed hearing Bible Lady address how Fields was promoted off her dealings with me based upon lies and fabrication.
Okay, now, as many times as Sonia has seen Law and Order, even though she doesn't know what the acronym SVU stands for, we know she has watched it. Okay. And you know, on Law and Order, as well as in real life, and if you've ever seen any other police show, you know that in addition to the works that the officer puts in, they also have to pass what is called a test. I mean, like, you don't just get promoted off of the number of arrests or who you arrest. And once again, as I always ask Nesto, who are you? Don't nobody know you like that. You have businesses with your name on it, but they don't never seem to stay open long. So what are you talking about? Don't nobody know you. You ain't nobody. So stop with that.
I appreciate you for interpreting certain things for me whenever you sense my anxiety. I want to know what your sentiments are about what's to come next. What do you see coming after this is exposed and released to the public? It was totally astonished at how you revealed the interaction between you and Hannah after you sent the transcript to her, and she replied, "Where did you get this from?" I said, "Damn, it took her 4 months to obtain the first one, and for you only a fraction of the time to accomplish the same thing." So I guess
It only took a fraction of time because Sylvia got it. She ain't did jack shite.
Friday would be our next meet. Homework should be done on things by then. With these facts being revealed, the DA will be forced to drop everything. Hopefully tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. We have an officer and a former police officer in the building. Banks says yes. In my city, here I go, y'all. They was up there smoking earlier. She says, yes, in my city, it is a written test and an interview. Yeah, see, you don't just get off of the number of people that you arrest. And like I said, he ain't nobody. Trust in my destiny said, I know Hannah had a few drinks to celebrate getting off his case. I know she did. What did Doug say? He told Nestor, you tell that one to stop. Don't call Hannah no more. PW said, if anything, talking to the public helped more of his victims learn that he was in jail. Yes, and got them to call the DA. Now we've got interviews all on YouTube about this man and these people. And the stories, although they're not exactly the same, they're all similar.
Tomorrow we get the bank statements, which will only add more to our triumphant efforts to battle this injustice.
Yes, but now it's more apparent that the evidence shows innocence. If your attorney pops up, let her know her lack of defense is why you spoke up. When lies are told, it's better to correct them immediately. And after every hearing, if a lie is told, you're talking. You didn't hurt your case, you told the truth. They need to indict or dismiss. The police lied to the DA. The rape case, her father said she's a huge liar. Plus, your family knows you not to be a preve. Not to mention you didn't meet her until months after. Get more people.
Mind you, the only people we have saying that he said that the victim is a liar is Nesto. We have not heard anybody. We've not heard her father. We have not heard anything from anybody other than him that she is a liar. And of course, the people that Sonia, remember, she allegedly met some people in a club who knew her. Come on now. Banks says in the latest text, Sonia didn't know about October the 2nd court date. Houseway. We knew about this months ago. She's a mess. Yes, she supposedly has her laptop and she's looking up all of the things, but she never knows nothing.
To tell their truth in there. You are the outlet to the world hearing their stories. SunTrust starts in September 2019. I need the name of place you wrote the checks for in California in Jan. Did you have a bank card that month? Orange County, California, 2019. It's a place which
Okay, I'm going to ask this question. I know people are different. I, for many years, many years, have been paying all of my bills. Everything just came out. I don't think I might have wrote checks to the electric company and the gas company. But other than that, everything was taken out. My mortgage, insurance on everything, insurance on cars, even everything was taken out. So, what in 2022? You mean to tell me this man was still paying his bills with checks? I mean, and there might be some people who do that. I know some of our elderly population probably still writes checks, but he's a hip happening dude, MFing gangsta, So it seems to me like he wouldn't be writing checks, but according to what he's saying, and according to Sonia's research, they're trying to get checks from back in he was arrested in 2022. So you've got to figure these checks that they're trying to get is from 2022 on down. Trust my destiny said, what a check. Leo lady said he was bouncing checks. It wasn't anything getting paid. Victor DeVille said he's paying with checks because they take a few days longer to clear. But were they clearing? That's what I want to know. Were these checks clearing? Bank said I got confused trying to write a check for my passport. I only written 2 checks in 8 years. I've not had a check book for years, and I have 2 checking accounts, and I have not had a check. You know what? I wonder. I guess I'm supposed to have a checkbook. I've not had it. Okay, let me play this video. That's interesting. I haven't had a checkbook in years.
sells old school Humber or January. I'm not sure if I had bank card, but I know I had checks, and you can see about any checks I wrote out during that time.
Orange County, California, 2019. It's a place which sells old school Hummers. I believe it was under Wells Fargo Act, perhaps end of December or January. I'm not sure if I had bank card, but I know.
Miss Boogie Down says he was using other folks' checks, hence Shirley's ring with the jewelers. You are so right. I forgot about that. Checks for church, Southside Chi-Town. Trusted my destiny said, what's a checkbook? Must be before my time. Okay, I don't have one, and I just thought about. My mom passed in 2017, and she was checking till the end. And yeah, it's been, oh gosh, a checkbook. And in case they didn't know, Sonia, Nesto, Wells Fargo is on the witness list, the prosecution's witness list. So I don't know what you think you are going to accomplish. That girl says he was paying bills with checks. He was buying time. Checks take longer than debits. You know what? I know, but this is what I wanted. Did the checks bounce once they did get to its destination? Which is, I guess, why they never had a place to live.
I had checks, and you can see about any checks I wrote out during that time. The one person I know for sure who's basically dealing with same circumstances as me, but Sylvia should be looking into that as far as we know, right? He's whose info I sent yesterday. You're aware of the basics of the situation.
I'm at Wells Fargo now. They charged you with bigamy, being married to more than one person.
Y'all remember when she was at, we heard her on the phone when she was at Wells Fargo. Beverly Chambers says, not a fan of auto pay. I write a monthly check, but then I'm a boomer. Well, you know what? I mean, I wasn't a fan of auto pay, but I mean, just like I wasn't a fan of home, buying groceries and stuff from your house, but I got used to it. And now I can't imagine any other way. Karen S said, do they still make those? That's what I'm saying. I guess they do still make them, but I have not had a checkbook in years.
I contacted your daughter to get divorce decree. Call DN and have him get the info from Martha, and if your license to SS was ever filed, no one could find it. Look on your documents for the filing date, if any. Talking
Guess what, Sonia? It was found. And guess what? They are now divorced. And guess what else? You are going to get in touch with the daughter so that she could get the divorce decree. That only further solidifies the prosecution's case that you have committed bigamy. Sexy for Life says, I have checks. My bills are paid directly out of my account. But if you have a child in school, you need checks. Yeah, you do. For example, I have to pay my daughter's senior trip with a check. Yeah, you're right. But I wonder, could you use a money order? If you don't have a checkbook, could you use a money order? Trust in My Destiny said auto pay for my mortgage and car. Bank says most people have their divorce papers or know at least when and where it was. Yes, there can't be a divorce if there wasn't a certificate filed. So these two people are just once again delusional and not using common sense. Obsessed with the mess said when she said no one could find it, she was talking about the bloggers. And I had said from day one, I mean, a lot of people say Shirley Strawberry is not a celebrity, but I know that there are some, I know you can do it in California. You can get married and, you know, do something where your certificate is not found. I don't know if they do that in Georgia, but it can be done. So to me, I never thought that him and Shirley Strawberry weren't married because a lot of people were saying it was a show for Essence. I never believed that. I always believed that they were married because one thing, if we haven't learned anything about Shirley, though she may not be quoting the Bible right as far as I'm concerned, you know, we know that she trusts in the Bible. I mean, this is the same lady who didn't want to admit that she had grandchildren because she was embarrassed because her daughter wasn't married. So there's no way she's going to just cohabitate with a man and not have the benefit of marriage, even though marriage was not a benefit to her. But, you know, Vic to the Veil. Oh, shoot, these comments just, darn it. Let me get my phone.
code. I'll have Sylvia text him what's going on. She said she was raped in your RV. Did you have that RV in January 19th? And was it in Georgia?
Trust in My Destiny. Yes, Chronicle Speaks did have the proof. And remember, what's her name? Laverte called her mother. We did that call, I think, last week. And, you know, she said her mom said she didn't do it. And some people in the chat were saying they believe that Laverte is the one who notified the blogs. And I kind of halfway believe that too. Because, you know, Nesto was saying, you know, them folks, they live in the woods. They live in a small house. They in the woods with a tin roof. You know, they don't know nothing about no internet. Yeah, okay.
Just since you were living in LA at the time, we can have the lady you were actually with come to court to prove you were in California. Your statements show you being in California in December 2018 months. He's pulling the checks now written on January 8th, 2019. We got them.
Who charged me bigamy?
Fulton County. No new court date. They're trying to RICO your case with Erica.
Listen to this.
Dion sent the video to Sylvia.
How is she putting me and Erica together when I don't know anything about her situation? And how can she charge bigamy if the women filed for divorce, not me? Makes no sense at all. And me not having license to SS makes no sense either. I gave you my SS, which is how you file different things. Elaborate exactly what you're saying. So
Okay, so he's he doesn't understand how they can charge him with bigamy because these women divorced him. Okay, here's the thing, Nesto. These women didn't divorce you, or I should say that woman until what was it? 2021 or 2019. So therefore, this is why you have a bigamy charge. It doesn't matter who divorced who. The problem is nobody divorced. Southside Chi-Town, I cannot, this has been bothering me for 2 whole days. How come your name be green and then the chat goes up and it be white? I'm very, very confused by that. And good night, whoever. I don't know if Leo Lady's going to bed or if Southside Chi-Town is going to bed, but good night, whoever's going to bed. And have a good day. Have a good Wednesday.
I can understand. I was only married in Fulton County once, so they cannot charge me with anything not pertaining to their county, Fulton.
Y'all hear this man? Do y'all hear this man? He wasn't married in Fulton County, so they can't charge him with bigamy. This man does not understand that he is in the state of Georgia. It doesn't matter. He's been listening to her too long. He has been listening to her too long and her foolishness. Oh, they can't charge you with that. That's a whole different county. He's been listening to that foolishness. So this man thinks that because he wasn't married in Fulton County, they can't charge him with bigamy in Fulton County. Oh, today.
I ask again if you think what we did last night helped, seeing that this new stuff popped up overnight, or what are your thoughts? Once you get the information that I wasn't in Atlantic on the timestamp won't align with the rape allegations timestamp. I told you they're trying to do me the same way they did old boy I explained to you about. And now I know they're reading the messages because when we spoke on the marriage license stuff, they mentioned it later. And that was only talked about on text. Now, nobody will be answering my calls after what you're telling me. The devil is trying to attack from all angles now. Now I see why she filed for divorce, because married people cannot testify against their spouse. Dean told me he was going to send it.
First of all, that's not true. They don't have to testify. I mean, they could decline, but they still can. I can be married to you and testify against you. Trust me. I know that for a fact. You can be married to someone and testify against them. I know it for a fact. I ain't gonna say hi. In Harmon, I thought you was asleep. But anyway, that is not why she divorced him. How about the fact that you've been carrying on this jailhouse romance with this woman? You've talked to her on the phone longer than what you talked to your wife on the phone. This is why she divorced you, and because she came to her senses. Come on now. Bank said I had to eventually change the spelling of Dion's name. The software kept jacking it up. Really? Sometimes AI can do some funny things.
To her. Also said he's sending some money, shaking my head. Tell Sylvia keep blowing him up. I don't think he understands this is life and death.
She got it. I have the checks from 2019 and I'm sending off for other records.
Wait. So Sylvia's playing secretary as well? I didn't know that. See, this is why I like going over this stuff again, because I've heard this is like the third time I'm listening to this call, and I just picked up on that.
Records now.
What other records you're referring to? Were they on the 8th and 9th? I know there's more because I was moving around a lot, buying gas, etc. I'm not concerned with the bigamy charge as it is only a misdemeanor. She has the video. The daughter she was talking about in court, who supposedly wrote a letter, tell her not to release the video until I give her the green light, and have her also get the video of my patrol car being towed.
Victor the Veil said, does he also not realize that Shirley would have heard these calls, including the ones where he talked bad about her? And if not her, perhaps Debbie, Mississippi Monica, the Tasha and Ronald. I mean, come on. Now, he said for Sylvia not to release the video until he gives the green light. I wonder, did he ever give the green light? Because this is April, these texts. Maybe I'll do some digging to look to see when she released that video, if I can find out, because she released that video on her members. Y'all know where she had, you pay up to $500 to be part of her membership. So she released that video there. And it's my understanding from the people who saw it, some people who saw it said that it does not really put him in a good light. So it was a bad look from what I understand from people who actually saw the video. So, and I don't know why he thinks that someone who is mentally ill having a break, why he thinks that that is something worth seeing. I don't know, but there are people who go. I'm trying to tell you, y'all. When it's that time, and ladies, y'all know that time, I could be very difficult to deal with and live with during that time. I'm just saying. So you can really get me doing some things during that time if you videotape me. So just because someone's having a breakdown doesn't mean that there's some type of just unreliable person. Banks said it might be a part of the discovery that Wooten has. It could be played in court. Right. He doesn't realize it. Just like she's talking about, just like he said, get the divorce decree. Well, the divorce decree is going to show that you were not divorced from this lady when you married Shirley Strawberry. And PW says, for people who didn't think that Nesto was the mastermind, this is evidence how he orchestrates things behind the scenes. He lit it in the text, but made sure not to on the phone or video visits. I don't think that they ever thought that these text messages would be released. Now, I don't know if when you get on there to do these texts, if it has the statement that, this is not, basically you ain't got no privacy. I don't know if they didn't know that. I don't know if it says that on there, but boy, are we glad. So now he feels he's just falling apart because, he can't talk, he can't text, he can't do anything. Trust in My Destiny said, who films their child in crisis? Thank you. What bothers me is Dre didn't seem concerned and asked why Nesto recorded her or sent it to him. Not Dre, not Dion, not Sonia. I mean, nobody was questioning this. Not one person. Bank, who's got a battery-operated boyfriend? Y'all be saying, see, y'all, I'm not letting y'all distract me in the chat like y'all did last night. And look, y'all done ran. Look, the only whip, he ain't even show his head in here today. Y'all was just being so mean at the end.
This will show my character towards women, how I didn't press charges for damages to my business vehicle. It has my company name all over it, sitting in an impound lot. I'm happy you're responding promptly, as there are 40 people sharing this tablet, the only one working.
Yes, we're on it. Looking for Martha number. Is it in your contact? I have Nikki number from 2021.
No, I don't have her on my contacts. If you look on the documents for filing divorce, the contact should be on it. Dre might also have her number and Facebook. When me and Shirley were married, she was there with us. Dre can attest to it. My youngest daughter was Flower Girl. It's all on Instagram. Are they attempting to add RICO this or next month? They've been threatening that for almost 2 years now. What do you think?
Now, when he married Shirley, his youngest daughter was a Flower Girl. This is also the youngest daughter. Y'all make it see. Y'all starting with me. Hey, coffee is brewing. This is the youngest daughter who is a victim. She was a Flower Girl when the two of them got married. But yet, when they talked about him and his underage daughter, who would have been 14 at the time, he's acting like he doesn't understand what they're talking about or why they're saying it. Trust in My Destiny. We are not nasty talking about whips. Apparently, you've never noticed, but we just have someone who comes in the chat and his name is The Only Whip. And he was just saying some things that I did not like last night. and y'all handled it for me, the people who had seen it.
Last night's activity hurt or helped me because they knew about none of what you're saying until today.
No, it didn't hurt you. Them nosy ass bloggers was the ones that dig up the marriage shit, which you weren't knowing still married at the time. So no.
Y'all hear that? She said, you didn't know you were still married at the time. Well, guess what? It is your responsibility to know whether or not you're divorced before you get married. Now, when I got married, had never, hey, Linda Gibbs, how are you doing? When I got, you, in Harmon says she don't remember last night. um, when I got married, I had never been married before, but he had. And they asked him questions, and he had to, produce some things, which he said he couldn't get, and they took his word for it. But they did ask. You can't make me believe that they did not ask that old man when he filled out the documents to get married, had he been married before.
Worries there. You were told y'all were divorced. Can't trust females at all.
Oh, so
Old
it's her
Edith
fault.
either.
That's right.
RICO is in the charges. No indictments.
What day was I arguing with that?
So it's Edith's fault that he didn't check to see if he was divorced before he remarried someone. He knew he married. How many women did he marry after Edith? And he never once checked to see if he was divorced from any of them, including Edith. Are you serious? And Sonya gonna blame, that's the female's fault too. You can't trust females. You can't trust females because that man you're talking to right now thought that he was divorced. And it's the female's fault. Okay, trust in my destiny. You are so right. They are allergic to accountability. Yes, they are.
That exactly. If it's a charge, I'll go back to Fulton Court to be processed in another month for a bond hearing. I'll probably be assigned to another lawyer though.
March 8th, when last went to court. Love you.
I love you. What are you doing?
Do not get discouraged. You are innocent. What is the daughter's name that came to Miami when I was working on my bar?
She was our play daughter, lived with us 3 years, but we call her Dominique. That's the one that daddy gave the money to because he didn't trust his daughter. Elle was very jealous of her because her.
So now you're letting us know that this victim lived in the home with you for some years, which would explain why, if you SA'd her, she didn't tell, and why she still went around it. Because see, Sonya is so uneducated about certain things, and she doesn't realize that you can be in a home where someone is hurting you and still not say anything and still go around that person, because that's how it psychologically messes with your brain. But Sonya is so anti-woman and has so much masculine energy in her. She does not realize that. She doesn't realize the mind of a victim and what someone who is a victim of that type of thing goes through. PW says this man is always changing, stealing vehicles, and carries important papers in a bag in his car. And the reason Officer Fields knew that is because someone told her that all his everything that's important to him, all his business dealings and everything, he keeps close to him in his car. Let me see. PW also further goes on to say if he has divorce decrees, he's probably lost them by now. He probably never had them. But it's his responsibility before he gets married to someone else and signs a marriage certificate, is his responsibility to make sure that he is officially divorced. Trust in My Destiny said he's done so much dirt that he doesn't remember. That's the truth. Dominic, yes, he does have a few. He has a few play daughters. Because he had one of them play daughters was all up in Shirley Strawberry's comments saying, well, first she was in Nesto's comments talking about give me my money back. And then she went and Shirley's comments. Pecan 10 says Dominique lived with them. Remember, Shirley was still paying her insurance? Yes.
Her father favored her more. And no, she didn't run off with any money, had no reason to. She was a respectful young lady under Shirley's wing. She already had money from her family's estate stemming from accident her mother was involved in. I have not spoken to her in 2.5 years after we all went our separate ways. And no,
This is another thing. So now we know that, she got money supposedly from an accident her mother had. How that happens, I don't know, unless she was in the car. And he tells us in this Sylvia interview that the dad gave him $100,000 for her. Couldn't give it to her because he didn't trust her. If this is not a whole total contradiction, hey, Sleepy Libra. Sleepy Libra says they usually threaten to harm them if they tell or someone that they love. Yes, I'm just telling you from a psychological standpoint, and as someone who knows this personally, you just, well, I mean, these individuals were strangers to me, but that had affected me most of my adult. I was what, 5 or 6. That has affected me most of my adult life in ways that you couldn't imagine. I mean, it took so long for me to just get. Do you know, I did not like anybody to hug me, and I couldn't stand it in church. Everybody always wants to just give you a hug in fellowship, and I just didn't like that. And it took me so many of my adult years to just be able to let somebody hug me. I mean, so she just doesn't know. She just doesn't understand. Banks says, Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mysteries. I'm so happy you're finding use for my videos. I put a lot of work in them, sis. Yeah, that's why I don't like to use them because of that. But I like the way, I mean, this just sounds like a nice, we're actually getting a novel. So in case Nesto, who's still going to sell his movie and do all these things, doesn't realize, we've got it all. We've got the audio book already. We've got videos. We really don't need his Tubi movie. We really don't. Trusting My Destiny said he's talking good about her, which means she has dirt on him. Just like he was talking good, or would not say anything bad about Erica until recent times.
I did not have RV in 2019. It was in Dallas on a lot after I sold it to someone who was a buddy of mine.
Good call.
Good morning. Love you. See, I'm not getting out no time soon. So,
Nope.
did you send the books yet?
Today, my love. Good morning, babe.
Thank you. I don't go to court today.
Okay, love. That's Melanie King picture. You were indicted today on everything but the rape and CP. They are trying to make it look like you controlled Erica and had her pretend to be a lawyer. You need to write me.
But nobody said that. Who said that? And who was that name that they, who was that they just, I forgot that fast, but who did they just name? I've never heard of that person before. PW said at Legacy she doesn't care because she's male identified and she has desensitized her own self. She is wrong for talking about other people's experience like it wasn't nothing. That exactly. I'm telling you, I trust me. And that's just only one instance I will freely talk about, but you just don't know. You just don't know the mind, the things that a victim goes through. Now, In Harmon, who's always starting trouble, says, okay, AI be taking over my phone. I think aliens, gremlins, viruses, spiders. Yeah, okay. I guess the same people. Well, no, let me shut up.
me a letter regarding that or send it through Doug. You should have spoke on the relationship of what you know about her, because at this point she is testifying against you, putting all her shit on you, that you were the one that created the lie to pretend to be lawyer. It's a shit show.
Oh, wait a minute. I saw somebody's comment that said, why doesn't his lawyer tell him anything? I believe he's lying. I don't believe that his lawyers aren't telling him anything. The problem is, what he doesn't realize is that he is not his lawyer's only client. Lawyers have other clients. They have to go fight for other clients. They have other trials. They have other things going on. They can't be at his beck and call. His son had to explain to him what a retainer was. And this man feels like the lawyer doesn't really get paid like the 40s of thousands of dollars his wife paid. He doesn't feel that money should be gone or used up because the trial hadn't even started. But what he does not realize is, for every piece of paper this man files, every piece of paper he copies, every time Sonia calls him, what he doesn't or didn't realize was that adds up. And that money is deducted. You have to pay to call these people. You have to pay for the emails you're sending them. They charge you for everything. And this is what he doesn't know. So I don't believe his lawyer's not telling him anything. I just believes he doesn't want to hear what his lawyer is saying. Trust in My Destiny, Sonia is like the female version of Kevin Samuels. Sonia Samuels.
But at this point, they are trying to make you the fall guy. The internet is having a field day. Ask for a fast and speedy trial. I love you.
Damn.
Chin up. No more surprises.
Where is the RICO? You said there was a RICO charge, and is there a court date set in the system? I'm not worried about the small things, more so the big ones. So what does Bible Lady say? Continue on the channel or not? And is Erica testifying speculation or something confirmed? Let me know when the discovery is.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't catch that before too. So he still wanted to continue that train wreck of an interview. Obsessed with the Mess says, exactly. Every time he had side hen contacting them, it's a charge. And this woman who claims she's a paralegal and she worked for all these attorneys, she doesn't realize that every time a client calls its attorney, their attorney, it's a charge. Every time a copy is made, it's a charge. As much as she is familiar with and uses the word civil, she should know this, because I'm telling you, I've sued people civilly multiple times. And as much as I wanted to tell that lawyer, look, if you need copies, give them to me. I'll take them to my job and copy. But I didn't do that because I understand they have to charge for copies and everything. And when even when the paralegal called me, because that's who I mostly would deal with, and then the attorney sometimes, I got charged for that. So I don't understand why this so-called paralegal doesn't know this and can't explain this to him. Big dummy.
Available. Yeah, you're right. If you go back and look at the indictment and their history, you'll see that bigamy charge has nothing to do with me. Under the RICO, they just put old and new charges together, even things that are irrelevant or dismissed. Once I receive the discovery pack, I'll know exactly what I'm fighting. Until then, it's most.
Did y'all hear that? That bigamy charge has nothing to do with me. I've got to get that soundbite. But he doesn't even think, so this man thinks that they just use this bigamy charge and it ain't got nothing to do with him. This is what he thinks. And they put old charges and new charges. Yes, but see, Nesto, what you don't understand is that nolle prosse. The nolle prosse, the English word nolle prosse, that means they're going to bring it back if they so choose. And that's why you have old stuff. It was never dismissed, because guess what? Nesto, if it's dismissed, it says case dismissed. You actually get dismissal papers. So I don't know why your paralegal girlfriend doesn't know that. Trust in My Destiny says Sonia was the cleaning lady or file clerk at the law office. She did. Well, the one lawyer she worked for in Cleveland, I heard she was sleeping with. And the other lawyer that she worked with in Florida was fired. I mean, not fired, disbarred for his practices, running around stealing black people's houses. And what else was he doing? Hiring people off the street to go file paperwork and represent people in court. They said them people was coming to court looking any old kind of way. I have to look in one of my old videos, and I can tell y'all exactly who this lawyer is and whatnot. And then, maybe I can do a little bit on him, but yeah, he was a shady somebody that has been disbarred, and she was probably messing with him too. Who knows? Let's see. I saw a comment. Trust My Destiny says Sonia is always scam adjacent. Isn't she though? Isn't she though? Banks says at Trust in My Destiny or a rent-a-scooter, she was freelancing as a messenger. She might she might have been a messenger. I always said she was the copy girl, because even if you answered the phone, you can pick up some things, but she just don't know nothing about the law. She can't explain anything.
Mostly speculation. You're right, though, in regard to contacting her sister to speak on my behalf. I may not have Hannah as an addie anymore, but we'll see how they go about it all. Typically, they'd appoint someone else. And lastly, what sort of responses came from our live? So I know how to go on tomorrow's. Finally, I just need to know about the books. LOL. You'll have to scroll back to get the info on sending them because we only have one tablet and I can't keep retyping the info. Have you sent the books off yet? I'll need to occupy my mind while waiting for paperwork to come my way.
I'm sending.
These text messages are from April the 17th through April the 27th. How many days is this man going to ask for his books?
Them tonight. I was waiting on money, which I got today. I also was offered a position in Miami. Several people messaged me and said they support you. Don't sweat the lies. They have to prove them. And that office is known to lie. They can only win with lies. Why are they going to court lying if there is true guilt? They're not second guess speaking out. All of this happened the same day earlier. We just didn't know about it. So it was not because you spoke out and you only spoke the truth. They are holding out on the other two cases, or they know that's their proof of innocence. Keep speaking on your innocence when you call. The biggest question is when the judge called Erica out in court and she lied in front of you to the judge what was going on. Why did?
Yes, Sonia. That should have been your light bulb moment. She lied right in front of him. She said she was April Holloway. Why didn't he say, oh, no, you're not. You're Erica Kang, or one of them other names, Rothschild, whoever she pretends to be. Why didn't he say that? He didn't say none of that. He just sat there and let it keep on going. He let, as he says, the lies. He let the lies go on. Southside Chi-Town said she was flying down the street trying to get away from us in those heels. Oh my gosh, that was just a terrible looking man. Y'all see her stance, how she stands, how she walks. Oh my. Obsessed with the Mess says this heifer is always talking about stay neutral until trial, but she calls everyone except him a liar. Yep. Everybody's a liar and we're bitter bitches on the internet.
How did you still believe her to be a lawyer? How did she become to represent you in court? Don't respond here.
Don't
Okay, I love you.
respond here
Are you
because we
going
know
back
the
to
answer.
Miami for that position?
I'm here for you first. I need you to be okay. Hannah texts me. Your judge is Dunaway. I love you more. I love you. I know you're a good person.
Good morning. Thanks you. I love you.
Remember every moment of everything, every conversation, every meeting. Take notes. Discovery will assist in the 2009 charge because I know that one is a mystery more than the others. Is there a police report for your ID theft?
Good afternoon. I received part of the indictment. Joe brought it today. It lists the charges 1 to 39. Hannah's boss is the one who represent me moving forward. I was on federal probation starting 2008 and had no run-ins or pending cases at all. So the theft are lies. Also, a lot of the information are going to include me, but will be activities alleged to have been committed by me and Erica. Not charges, but only acts included within count 1 of the RICO. I have no convictions since 2005, though.
It's a
But yet you were arrested. How many times married to Shirley? 3 times? Like I said, just because they didn't convict you doesn't mean that nola prosi, it comes back every time.
overcharge reach. Just like Trump case. Let's see what the discovery states. All the charges are lies. Don't say too much here. It ain't deep.
Why is she always comparing his situation to people with money? Sleepy Libra has just reminded us that not only are we bitter bitches, but we're in small, tiny apartments with no furniture, eating corn hash. Hey, Go Roro. Good morning. Go Roro. I was telling the people earlier how the only whip was in here and he kind of irked my spirit. And the people was messing with him, and you was one of them. That girl said, Nesto said on a call she walks like she weighs 200 pounds. You ever see those women who, you know how little girls put on their mama's heels and they walk funny and their legs are kind of apart because they trying to stay, on the, they trying to stay upright. That's what she reminded me of, seeing her. I mean, and why she cannot walk in them heels. Just it's a wrap, son. You leave the heels alone. Bank says she's a high stepper. Y'all, we almost done.
DA business.
I will be indicted on the child stuff and rape cases next week, according to Joe. He's under the impression the bond will be reduced at this point with me having a new judge. He also suggests I refrain from speaking on the channel as well. So 2018 to 2019 pull-up incident report about my 2006 Range Rover being broken into. DMV files support this. My identity was stolen at that point. All cards, etc.
So it sounds like there's no police report on that. This break-in, where your alleged ID was stolen from the Waffle House. So there's no report on that. Is that what you're telling us?
DMV will disclose when my license was renewed. Today also found out the wife contacted Addie to see if I could be served divorce papers. I feel as the
Nesto, you have to renew your license every so many years. So the fact that you renewed your license is not proof that your ID was stolen. And let's say you didn't mean to say renew. You meant to say that you had to get another license because yours was stolen. When you go in, you just say you lost your license and then you have to get another one. You don't just, that doesn't mean anything. So if that's all you got, I don't know what to say. Trust in My Destiny said her bones are brittle. And she says, who in the heck would steal his identity? Come on. That girl says she walks like a stud. You know what? y'all some nosy folks. PW would like to know what that scratching was. That was my dog. Because for whatever reason, when they're trying to get comfortable and go to sleep, or go back to sleep, because I guess I'm disturbing her, they get to scratching. So that's what that sound was. That was her. Y'all be all on my air fryer. Y'all be listening to my background. Y'all be trying to figure out whose bed I'm in. Good grief.
DA approached her and intimidated her in an attempt to testify against me, file a divorce. This is why everything happened altogether 4/14/24. I was also told I should have waived probable cause hearing. It opened up more enemies against me. They want me please soon, but defense feels I can beat the sex charges, including the child stuff. I'll have to wait for court to.
What is he talking about? He waived the probable cause here. What is he saying? Go Roro says she sure does remind me of a little girl trying to walk in her mama's shoes. Yes.
Receive the remaining documents pertaining to the indictment. Once you obtain the police report about Waffle House, this video incorporate, we'll have to give it to you. You'll have that. Anyway, I'll cool down the interviews until we gather more intel on the situation. I may have to call and explain to her that they're going to attempt in deceiving her and not to go for it. I want you to read the letter I sent on Regina Delaney where I included a pic. There are only 2 witnesses to this indictment, Sergeant Fields and an investigator. Nobody else.
Have Dean speak with her. What police department?
A PD police department.
Nesto. Now, see, here's the thing. She doesn't want to watch YouTube because everybody is bitter bitches. If she would watch somebody, let's say, for example, friend, she would get to see and hear all of the court documents. So she would know what was that discovery, that list of witnesses. And I'm not even talking about whatever just came out. I'm talking about the first one. Wasn't that almost, was it 99? How many people was that on that list? So, what is he talking about? They only got 2 witnesses to the whole 39 count indictment. Okay, if that's what you think. PW, she said that her Timu Bluetooth earphones are working. Okay, just like, look, everybody always talk about me because I buy my stuff on the low, but you know, like my earbuds for my wireless for $7.99, but they be working. Banks said that is where she gets her info the next Monday. Yeah. All of her info comes from the next Monday. Trust in My Destiny said 99 witnesses, but a bitter bitch ain't one.
I remember now it was 2018.
Okay, I will go Monday to the location. Love you. See if Joy can shut the YouTube interference down. Negative impact on your case. Put that in writing to her. Get other people who have been lied on by DA. Okay, I will go Monday to the location. Love you. What's the indictment number, boo?
24 SC001723 case number. Thank you for being here for me. I love you. I'm okay.
Okay, I will stop here. If you enjoyed this reenactment and want more, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing to my channel, and leave a comment below. And again, another shout out to phone calls from.
If y'all are not subscribed to Bank, go on over there and subscribe. She does this with the text messages in addition to on Tuesdays, B. Lenore and Native reading the text messages. We get this AI version as well. So we always know what's going on. You know what, Go Roro? I think that that AI voice does kind of sound like Sonya. Now I don't know if I'm thinking that because I've heard it so many times that, you know, but I thought that it was a good likeness to Sonya. I really did. So we are going to stop there. I appreciate all of y'all who hung in there because, you know, I know folks got to go to work tomorrow. But I do wish y'all all a happy Wednesday morning. And listen, now I put this in members and didn't get too much of a response. So I had to put it. I put it in. I did it in members, I think 2 days ago. And then today I put in members. I wanted to know like any cases or anything that y'all wanted me to cover to let me know. And I only ever get one response. And boy, I tell you, Shay B gave me one. And I was like, I don't know nothing about this. I got to research. So I was researching that. But yeah, Bank says African-American voices are hard to find on AI. I know. I want to know how I can get a job doing AI or something. Because I mean, I think I could probably pull it off. But anyway, like I was saying, so I'm going to repost again and ask people what y'all want me to cover. Y'all, I misspelled speak up here in the title. But you know what? It don't matter. I'm gonna leave it like that because we talking about Nesto. Courtney, okay, Courtney, let me take a picture of that. Obsessed with the mess. I've never heard, I don't know who that is. I don't think. But sure, I will look into it. I will add it on. So but anything that y'all want me to cover, because I know a lot of y'all want me to cover, cases and things that deal with um uh people of color. And I have no problem doing that. The only problem I do have is that it's hard to find. It really is. Go Roro, I don't have any parameters. We talk about anything over here. So, any topic that you want to discuss, and it doesn't necessarily have to stay true crime. I know this channel is true crime and mysteries, but sometimes discussions need to be had. So, I would do that. Oh yeah, the only fan. Okay. Okay. Y'all know who else I'm interested in. Now she is of the Caucasian persuasion, but the woman, she's a Instagram model as well. She unalived, I don't know, injured and unalived some people. She was high off of the pink Coca-Cola and hit somebody. And it is just a mess. And I have been collecting stuff on her because I think her case and trial is going to be interesting. For whatever reason, I thought I was going to be interested in Sarah Boone, but I'm just not. Because at first it was like, okay, she's wacky, let's watch this. But I just, I was sitting there watching. I was like, I don't know. So, um, Banks says there are quite a few videos out there of prison wives and girlfriends. And something else I've been doing, I do a lot behind the scenes. Yeah, obsessed with the mess. That's Sarah Boone. It just ain't it. I do a lot behind the scenes, and I'm really trying to look at her. Look at the parameters of using other people's videos. I usually ask people before I use their stuff, but some people, I'm noticing as my channel goes on and the bigger people are, they won't respond. So, sometimes I just think, okay, I might as well use it and see what happens. So I'm trying to work that out too. And I will do another watch party for everyone. We will watch something. I have a few things in mind. And then that'll be the last one I do before I just only have the watch parties open to members. Now, that doesn't mean from time to time I won't do a watch party for the whole channel, but those are some of the things that I am trying to do. But I want to keep you interested, so I need to hear what y'all want to hear. So I will post. I'm gonna do the post again in members and in just on the channel in my what do you call it, the section where posts are. So y'all can go in tomorrow and put your suggestions and what you're interested in. Banks says that is just a courtesy. Fair use reaction community wouldn't exist if everyone did that, and some creators are no longer uploading, but I get it. Yeah. um Oh yeah, go Roa. Y'all don't forget, if y'all didn't ring my bell on the way in, make sure you ring it on the way out. But I want this to be a channel that you all want to, and I know we have fun and we laugh and we joke and we play, but there will be times when we will do serious content. But no matter how serious it is, we always find some laughter in something, which is really cool that we're able to do that. But I appreciate all of y'all that were here. Those of you who stayed up and listened. Those of you who are working and listening. I see my favorite nurse. She is not in here. I didn't see her last night either, I don't think. So I guess she'll be on the replay gang. And if you are part of the replay gang, please ring my doorbell. Get me up in there so that I am rotating and percolating with the big and the best of them. Okay, so let me find some music. Now, for some reason, I don't know, this reading was really, I enjoyed it. It was really kind of upbeat, even though the news was so bad for Nesto. But let me find some music to drop. What am I gonna drop? Let me see. Let me see. Where's the basement? I love the basement. We're gonna play the basement. Really. Shout out to my marvelous Moonlight mods. They do such a beautiful job, don't you agree? And I appreciate all of y'all for being here, because you could have been anywhere else. You were right here with me. And I thank you so much. I saw that comment, trust in my destiny. Y'all done stayed in here till the music stopped. Lurking. That's a shame here, lurking on the channel. Trying to catch me in something. Okay. Ain't gonna happen. Good night, everyone.